Welcome everybody to the largest education festival in the world, the 37 days of live celebration, Student University webinar, sorry, season 4. Today is day 34 of the celebration. It's been 33 days of giving lectures, explaining basically various things. Lovely sessions and lovely sharing that has been happened. And today is that day when we are going to have case studies of different questions that the students have asked, and I'm going to put it in a case study format and explain to you in these sessions. One important thing, though tomorrow as well. Then we'll try to cover Canada, and then basically Canada, if there are more questions, we'll go to the next day. In this way, we will try to cover as many questions. So don't go strictly by that word, but ideally, we will cover all the queries for US, Canada, UK, and Europe. So that's the objective of having this session of last 4 days of case studies. Having said that, let me go ahead and share my presentation. Are you able to see it? Thank you, Mustafa. Thank you, Anushka. You guys are really very fast. I guess you should try for KBC. You have a chance. So thank you very much for that. So let's start without wasting much of our time. Education Abroad Counseling Center started in Feb 2000. Our vision is to educate the youth by providing them with study abroad career options. Worldwide, our mission is to help 10 lakh high school and graduate students achieve career growth using pre-application technology. We have till date counseled more than 13,500 students. The USP of Education Abroad Counseling Center is that we are one of those few study abroad counseling centers in the world who can provide counseling for all major countries, all levels, starting from 7th grade to doctorate programs, all major programs. We provide guaranteed admission or refund your total counseling fees paid. We are a pre-application research-based technology. We are a pre-application research-based counseling center, and therefore we are able to do this. Thank you. And today we start with case study for USA. So let me start the first case study, which is for undergraduate program. Undergraduate are those who are going after 12th, who are going for the bachelor's program, that they are called undergraduate. So the first case study is, I want to join in a public university in USA that offers minimum 40% to 50% discount on tuition fee for international undergraduate students for all year of my study. Will I find such universities? So yes, you will be able to find such universities in US. Why? Because USA has 5,000 plus universities, so you have a lot of options. So with this, you can get university which can offer on 40 to 50% discount on tuition fees. Now the tuition fees would range in between 15,500 to 16,000 per year without scholarship. Now please understand, since I'm doing this case study, I have to take the worst case example. Means I have to keep the fees low. I have to assume that the student doesn't want to take SAT, doesn't want to take GMAT, doesn't want to take GRE. But ideally, you should basically work hard, get good academics, take SAT, take GMAT, take GRE, so that your scholarship chances increases. So when I'm doing this case study, my assumption is I'm going to take the worst case scenario. So don't take this worst case scenario as your benchmark. Okay, please don't take it, because when I'm going to explain, I'm going to explain to that worst person that yes, you have a chance. You can go abroad and you can get scholarship. So that worst person is very important to me. So the best person always has a chance. Okay, with that assumption, I take this forward. So the tuition fees could range between 15,500 to 16,000 per year. There are universities which are very costly. If you look at Ivy League universities, they are costly. Comparatively, it will cost you around 25,000 to 35,000 US dollars per year. But I'm not taking those universities right now. I'm assuming that he has a finance problem. So 15,500 to $16,000 per year. Plus, basically, there could be a $3,000 fees, which could include book supplies, library fees, all those things, administrative costs. So what is the eligibility? You need to have a 12th academic score minimum 53-55%. So which is low. I believe that you will work hard and get more percentage. Or if you don't have 12th grades, then 12 scores, then you can get predicted grades, which could be also accepted for scholarships. No SAT1 required. So I'm taking the worst case in all my things. No SAT1 required. You will have to take TOEFL or IELTS score and get around, let's say, 6 band in each of the modules. So if you do that, then there is a chance that you can get a 40% to 50% discount on tuition fees, provided you are not fussy on universities. You are open to apply to any universities. You can bring your tuition fee down and you can go to US with affordable tuition fees. Let's take the second case study. As a research-based counseling center, can you guarantee scholarship for undergraduate programs, which should be minimum 5,000 to USD 17,000 per year on tuition fee for all year of my studies? So he has probably attended the webinar. So he understands that basically I want a scholarship, which is between 5,000 to 17,000, he says. And he says, I don't want it for 1 year. I do want for all the 4 years of my study. Now, the first year I can guarantee. The second year would be maintaining on your GPA. So if you maintain a GPA of 2.5 to 3, you will get it for all the years of your study. So you have to also perform on your end. For the first year, I will use my study abroad counseling skills to see that you get scholarship. For the second year, you need to perform. Okay. So in your case, your tuition fees could be in the range of 22,000 to 30,000 per year without scholarship. If your 12th academic scores is minimum 60%, you don't have to, I'm assuming that you're not taking your SAT, you have your TOEFL IELTS score, which is 6 band or 6.5 band, 6 band in all the 4 modules, or basically 6.5 overall with 6 band in each, all the 4 modules. You need to maintain a GPA of 2.5 to 3 in when you are in US to have scholarship for each subsequent year. So with that, you can get a scholarship from 5,000 to maybe $17,000 per year on tuition fee per year. So that can bring down your tuition fees, and that will make a study abroad much more affordable for you. Do you have any public university in USA offering full scholarship on tuition fee for international undergraduate students for all years of study, plus a chance to earn stipend? So here is a student. I'm assuming here that the student is academically good. That's my assumption here. And he is looking for a full scholarship. When he is saying full scholarship is only on tuition fees. You don't get scholarship on accommodation and living expenses. Sorry. So yes, it is possible if you are academically good, but I'm still going on a worst case scenario. So your tuition fees could be around 28,000 per year without scholarship. You need to apply early if you want a full scholarship. So probably your application should go by, let's say, October. Okay, you should get an admission offer. That's first condition. After you get an admission offer, you will then apply for the scholarship. Okay, this scholarship may have a deadline of 15th of November. So the scholarship that you have, once you have received an admission, then you are eligible. So then you apply for this scholarship, and then your 12th academic score should be minimum 60%. In case you have not taken SAT, so I have taken no SAT1. If you have SAT1, assume in each of the cases you have good SAT1 score, your scholarship chances are always more. So work hard on your SAT1 and get a good SAT1 score. In case you don't have a SAT1, you need to have taken TOEFL IELTS score, and you need to maintain 3.0 in subsequent years to maintain this scholarship, full scholarship. Okay, a full scholarship. Now it is not possible for everybody. These are only few students, very few students, because everybody cannot get full scholarship. But if you have that profile with you, you feel that you are eligible for this, then you should apply for this full scholarship. Okay. Case study 4, I wish to apply to public research university, ranked university for fall 2022 intake, which offers in-state tuition fee as scholarship. Or tuition fee should not be more than 12,000. Now, let me tell you about in-state tuition fee and out-state tuition fee. In-state tuition fee is, suppose I'm applying from India and apply to US, then I am eligible for outstate tuition fee. So let's suppose the fees is 10,000 for in-state, my fees is 20,000 or 22,000 or 25,000. So I am always paying 2 or 2 to 2.5 times more than basically the in-state tuition fee. So my tuition fee is always more. So if somebody is saying that can I get an in-state tuition fee, which means can I get 50% scholarship, which was the earlier examinations whereby you can have your in-state tuition fee. Now he is basically putting in this question that probably is saying that what about if the tuition fees are very high, let's say 40,000 US dollars, and after in-state tuition fee it will become 20,000 US dollars. So he's saying probably that is also high. So I want to keep a cap of 12,000 per year on my tuition fees. So I'm taking this as an situation in my assumption. So if this is possible, then in both cases you can apply to university which are 12,000 or less than 12,000, and you need to have a 12th grade with minimum 60%, no SAT1. Your tuition fees could be around 21,500 without scholarship. So your in-state would be half of this, probably 10, 11,000 rupees, 10,000, 11,000 US dollars. Sorry, not rupees. My mistake. My apologies for that. So 10, $11,000 rupees, which would be less than 12,000. It may be even less than 10,000 also. So that is possible. So your in-state tuition fees scholarship can be applicable to you. Plus you may get some extra scholarship, which could be around $1,000 per year. So that will bring down your cost less than the in-state tuition fees, provided you apply early. All scholarship deadlines are early deadlines. So if you want scholarship, so university gets funding once a year. They are divided into departments. Intake, there are 2 intakes, fall intake, spring intake. Some have more than 2 intakes. So some departments get more funding, some departments get less funding, some department doesn't get funding. But if you apply early, then your chance of admission and your chance of scholarship is always high, because the scholarships are given on early basis, on priority basis, on early deadline basis. Okay. The next case study is, I wish to apply to a tier 1 ranked universities, or that are tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So he wants to apply to really good universities for spring 2022 or fall 2022. Tier 1 could be top 100 universities approx, or top 150 universities, which offers in-state tuition fee guaranteed. Okay, I'm looking for application fee waiver as well. Okay, so undergraduate eligibility, 12th grade with minimum 55%. So I have given the bifurcation for this student, saying that your tuition fee will be 14,100 per year, which could be an in-state tuition fee. Your housing is 5,560, which is really cheap. Your meals 4,350. If you don't want the meals, you can save it. Book and insurance USD 1,230 per year. Personal expenses could be around 1,000 per year. So your total USD could be 26,180 per year. Plus, you may get another $2,000 scholarship. That is because we are in this industry from last 21 years. We have influences on universities. We do have some impact on these universities, and we can help you to get 2,000 more scholarship. So that will bring down your cost probably to 24,000 US dollars, and could say bring down your cost of education as well. So that's about applying to tier 1 ranked universities. I wish to apply to BBA to good US universities, having tuition within USD 11,000 per year, which also offers paid CPT as a part of the curriculum. Do I have any university for me? So when I say paid CPT, means it's internship based program. Can I have some program which is internship, where I can study first, and then I also get an opportunity to work in the related area where I get paid, so that I could bring down my cost of education? This is what he is asking. Yes, it is eligible. You need to get minimum 55% with no SAT1, and you can apply to basically 11,000 US dollar per year, and also you can be eligible for CPT. Now, again, my assumption is that you cannot have university choices in this, because it depends upon which university has funding, which doesn't have funding. Accordingly, the pre-application and research has to be done accordingly. And I'm going by the worst case scenario. If you are going to take SAT1 and everything, probably you may get a lot more scholarships. Okay. Now, if any of you are basically feeling that these are one of your needs that you are looking for yourself, you feel that this is where you also have your concern, somewhere you feel that this is where I want to basically apply for, then you can schedule a Zoom one-on-one meeting appointment for guaranteed undergraduate scholarships. Okay, for guaranteed undergraduate scholarship, it is possible that you can get scholarship. I can't guarantee full scholarship, but whatever, basically 40-50% could be, or basically $5,000 to $17,000. That type of, and if I'm talking $5,000 or $17,000, that's a good amount for 1 year, multiply by all the remaining 3 years. So it's multiplied by 4. So you are going to save a lot of money, which can bring down your cost of education. Let's go to the second case study. The case study is on undergraduate medical. So probably this would be my last case study that I'm going to do, medical. And then basically for graduate, I will try to do it tomorrow. Now, the case study is I wish to apply to pharmd after my 12th and wish to complete in 6 years, or I wish to apply for medical doctor and wish to complete in 8 years. Do you have any universities for me? Now, medical in US is 8 years, so you can complete in 8 years, and you can also complete your pharmd in 6 years. That is possible. So both the cases are eligible. You need to have minimum 65% and no SAT1. If you have SAT1, always advantageous. And as I mentioned, I'm looking at the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is take SAT1, apply, have good academics, improve your admission and scholarship chance. The next case study, I wish to apply for programs related to medical and molecular biology or related to health science or public health related. Yes, you can apply to these programs. So 12th grade with minimum 60% is required and no SAT1 is required. So you can apply to this. So if you are looking for any medical programs, health programs, biomedical, molecular biology, research-based programs, medical, clinical research-based programs, then you can book a Zoom one-on-one appointment for guaranteed admission, undergraduate admissions. And probably you may also get some scholarships as well. You can also definitely get some scholarships if you have a reasonably good profile. So having said that, I guess, okay, I still have some time, so I will go on further. Let me go to the next case, which is basically, this is a graduate case. So this is a graduate case. It's basically, I wish to apply to reputed public universities in USA that offers a minimum of 40 to 50% discount on tuition fee for international graduate students for all years of study. What I have done is the undergraduate example that the query came, I same used it for graduate so that both the questions are answered. So the same question which was asked for undergraduate, I've used it for graduate study as well. So it is possible where you can get a 40 to 50% discount on your tuition fees. So your tuition fees could be in the range of 15,200 per year without scholarship. You have a fees of 1,800, which is book supplies, library fees, etc. So you have to get minimum 60% with probably, let's say, 5 to 7 backlogs acceptable. Keep it less than 8. Minimum GRE is 300 for MS program if you are applying for MS. If you are, there are basically for computer science in this pandemic, some universities don't require GRE, so no GRE. If you're applying for MBA programs, then basically you will have to have minimum 500 in your GMAT, and you may get a 40 to 50% discount on your tuition fees. So let's say basically 15,200 is the tuition fees. It comes to, let's say, $8,000, which is quite affordable. If making your graduate program, you can complete your graduate problem probably in 25 lakhs. So that becomes possible to you, if you work on that basis. So study abroad is, it looks expensive, but USA also gives a lot of scholarships, and that's why a lot of students apply to US. I want to apply to USA university that offers full scholarships on tuition fee for international graduate students for all year of my study. Okay, he is looking for full scholarship. So you can basically the same thing that example that I gave last time in the previous slide, which was 15,200 without scholarship. Your fees all same, plus you can apply for assistantship. If your profile is good, you can apply for assistantship. Now you may get assistantship in the first year itself, or if not first year, maybe in the second semester. But if not, after 1 year, most of the students get assistantship. So when you get your assistantship, you can remove your balance tuition fees. What I also want to say is, it is possible for you to get assistantship in the first year itself. So if you get that assistantship, you can basically get full scholarship, which can cover your tuition, accommodation, and which can cover your tuitions, and which can also cover part of your accommodation and living expenses. So bringing down the cost of education and making study abroad much more affordable. I wish to apply for public research ranked universities for fall 2022 intake, which offers in-state tuition fee as scholarship, which can accept 15 years of education, and wish to keep the tuition fees within USD 12,000 per year. So it is possible that you can apply for a research-based public university. You can apply for, if you get scholarship, probably will get in-state tuition fee. It also basically, with your 15 years of education, you are acceptable because USA gets a lot of Indian students, so they are aware of our education system, and it is possible for you to keep your tuition fee within 12,000 US dollar per year. So eligibility is bachelor 68%. You will have to take GRE, so business. If you're applying for business program, MBA program, or management related programs, GRE score should be 300, or GMAT should be around 500. If you're applying for engineering program or any science-based program, engineering program GRE should be around 285. GRE could be waived. In science, your GRE score should be around 300. So your tuition fees is 16,000 per year without scholarship. So with scholarship, it will come down to becoming an in-state tuition fee, which could be $8,000, $9,000, making your study abroad again affordable. So with this, I end this case study.